And here I'm talking to Floyd earlier today, and I said, AJ, in the 80s and 90s, did you guys get drafts? And he goes, no, nothing like this because we didn't have ground effects. And he said, it makes all the difference in the world. And he said, I'm not sure what they're learning out there running nose to tail 19 cars. You did it for a long time. And Marshall's going to ask you the same thing everybody's been saying. It looks like everybody's going slower, even though they're all running faster. Why?
Well, I think what they're learning is they're learning the race, because that race conditions were a lot different 20, 30 years ago. That's what the race looks like now. Everybody nose to tail, and so they've got to go out there to simulate those race conditions. That's why they're doing that. You cannot, if you run around on your own, it's like, oh, it feels great. Then you put 5 cars in front, it feels not quite as good. You put 10, it gets worse, 15, and so on. So, we were just talking about that. The cars, they may be going slower, but the drivers are working harder, a lot harder.
How about time of day? We are seeing folks running early, 11, 12 in packs, mid-afternoon when it's warmer. It's a little bit strange for me to see giant packs in happy hour when traditionally that's when we're trying to learn how to go fastest for qualifying.
Yeah, there's not much of happy about happy hour, is there? I've never been that. I've never been a big fan. I think it's weird we're not seeing people running during the middle of the day.
Yeah.
When actually track temperatures are at its hottest. Okay, the ambience maybe down a little, but track temp is at its hottest sort of 3-4 o'clock, and the pit lane's empty. So, and you need those packs to simulate race conditions.
Let's talk about one other thing that we've been hearing more and more as we've seen these packs going on. It's the fact that, yes, the cars do create a bigger toe, right? You can suck up closer, but that big slingshot we were hoping that was going to come with this new aero kit, that's not the message we're hearing. We're hearing, we're getting significant understeer if I've got 3, 4, 5 cars in front of me. Is that just something we're going to have to live with?
Yeah, I think if you're the second, maybe third car in line, you do get a slingshot because the guy who's leading the pack is a sitting duck. But any further back than that, you're really struggling to get the front of the car to turn. So what you end up doing is you either get the setup to make the cars really mechanically oversteery, which makes it really tricky to drive, or you start adjusting your controls, your weight jack or your roll bars, and then it gets really loose on you. So again, I can't say enough how hard these drivers are working out there.
So I said your old teammate Kanan yesterday, I said, so he was talking about, I don't know what the race is going to be like because every time I get behind somebody, it washes out the front end, and the old ground effects doesn't save me, and you're skating towards the wall. So I said, so in other words, you do want to be leading near the end of the race. He goes, oh, hell no, I don't want to be leading because you're going to get smoked. So it's going to be kind of like the restarts will still be a thrill show.
Oh, the restarts will still be a thrill show, and TK will still jump them. So, but, you're going to, the way I always looked at it, people would say, oh, you want to be second on the last lap. I always wanted to be leading on the last lap in case the caution flag came out, and it served me well a couple of times at least. So, I think it adds complete unpredictability to this race.
Let's close on this, Dario. Thursday, today, we've seen Graham Rahal fastest on the overall speeds, but then you look at the no-tow report, and he was 34th out of 35 cars. Tomorrow, Friday, weather allowing, we're going to get that extra boost, get a feel for some form of qualifying speeds. How much would be people looking at the no-tow speeds from today, and should the folks at the bottom of those no-tow numbers be a little bit concerned about their individual speed?
Not as yet. I think each team individually knows what they've got going on. There's a lot of people saying, well, I really haven't run out with a pack because I've got no interest in running out with a pack as yet. Tomorrow, if it doesn't rain, we're going to see, I think the truth will come out. And then there's nothing quite like qualifying. I tell you what, he's good, him, isn't he? Hey, buddy. We're just talking about when the truth comes out that first time.
When the truth comes out, that was good timing.
Yeah, when you go out in qualifying on your own and you realize how slow you actually are.
We're just mentioning who we thought might fail to qualify. We mentioned his name and he pulls right up.
I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's going to make it.
He's pretty good.
I think he's got a shot.
You guys heard. We were saying how garbage he was.
It's great. This is perfect.
All right.
Well, while he's here.
Well, he's going to be on the podcast.
Hell.
It's chaos here.
Turn that.
It was so peaceful before Pagenaud.
It's your fault, Pagenaud.
I love it.
Captain Chaos.
Captain Chaos.
You got some great hair here, too.
Yeah, well, 2 out of 3.
I need a haircut.
2 out of 5.
All right.
2 out of 4.
Well, this thing's broken down quickly.
Sorry. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Dario.
Thank you. See you
I
later,
feel like
Patch.
I'm in the middle of like four
No.
legends.
Here's the thing. Here's the
Oh,
thing.
this year,
You're-
part of a really
here's what we're trying to
unfortunate
find.
sandwich.
We're trying to find the one
I'm
driver.
surrounded by legends, actually.
Oh, don't
You're a
start
legend.
that
Listen to me.
nonsense.
Hey, we're trying to find the one driver here that's going to tell us the truth. So far, our quest is not. We're trying to about the track. Now, you were pretty honest most of the time, but now, you're a
of the
national
time.
champion. I don't know.
Have I changed?
Ask the question.
But what is
Ready?
the
I'll-
question?
Get him.
What's the question?
The question is, will we have a good race on race day, or are you going to be pushing all day and you're going to be scared to death and you want to be leading because nobody's going to be able to pass you?
I think you guys are going to love the fight for the lead, and I think back there is going to be very difficult. So the lead is going to be changing all the time, every laps, no question, maybe twice a laps, because the draft is so strong, and when you're the first three cars, you can actually do good work.
That's what he just said. He
See-
said if you're 5 or 6 or 7, you might be not able.
But
My
we-
boy Padge and I on the
Yes.
same page as usual, and he did tell the truth.
But we also need to compliment Dario with his TV training. You see how strong he was with that arm out there holding the
See
mic
that? I normally
and stuff?
forget
You were
that.
flexing-
I
he
normally
was flexing
forget,
on that.
yeah,
I like
forget
that.
He's
to actually
come a
pass the
long way
microphone.
in a short time.
I'm just going to apologize. I have no idea where
Thanks,
this ended
guys.
up, but thank you.
Racer.com, watch it, and then watch the podcast with Pagenaud
Don't
and
watch the
Marshall
podcast.
Pruett.
That's actually a fairly hard thing
I guess
to
you
do.
gotta
But if
listen
you were to
to it.
listen to it, we would
Yeah.
highly.
That'd be
we
good
would-
too.
Be entertaining.
Jesus. And we get paid for this.